All right, so we got Chargers at the Chiefs. I think we're both in agreement here with the Chiefs. Now, we love the Chargers. I think we have them going to the AFC Championship game, winning the division. I think the issue is going on the road this early in the year, right? There's a lot of new pieces. You got Khalil Mack, J.C. Jackson. I think they have a new piece in the offensive line as well.
Yeah.
It's going to take a couple weeks to get fully up to that gear, right? And the Chiefs being at home, a little more comfortable. Mahomes is a bit more of a mainstay at this point. He's a little bit more of a veteran.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs' experience and being at home prevail. They'll beat the Chargers. It'll be close, maybe by a field goal to a touchdown.
Especially early on in September. You don't see Patty Mahomes drop those games.
You just don't.
So, yeah, Chiefs.
It's automatic. All right, so one we are split on. We got the Bucs at the Saints. So I took the Saints. Point blank, they have given Tom Brady fits. I think the defense is fantastic. I think Jameis Winston is going to make enough throws to win. Not that he's going to make a bunch of them, but he'll make enough throws to win. I think the Saints defense, especially with their pass rush, is going to be able to get to Tom Brady, who that is the secret. Got to come up the middle and get pass rush. And I think the Saints are going to be able to do it. I'll take the Saints at home to win and cover.
Look, I like the Bucs. If anything, they proved that they have some really good perimeter weapons on their offense, and some guys that Tom is very comfortable and getting more comfortable in distributing the ball to. So I like their offense. I don't really like Jameis and the Saints. I just don't.
I can't blame you.
There's
It's
just
not like I
something about
like
it.
them.
I'm just going with the better quarterback on this pick. That's simple.
That's a strategy that normally works out, which makes me a little nervous. But, all right, the Commanders at the Lions. We both like the Lions. They're a scrappy team. I think the Commanders, I like Wentz, but I think he's a little too reckless for me. I think the Lions are going to be able to run the football.
Well, hey, the Lions
get
proved a
pass
lot
rush.
this week.
Yeah.
They proved a lot this week against Philly.
They put up 35 points. That's legit. I mean, some of it was a little bit later in the fourth quarter after it was almost said and done, but I mean, it was legit offense. I think they moved the ball. DeAndre Swift is good. Amon-Ra St. Brown's good.
Yep.
Jared Goff is competent with a good pocket. So, I mean,
point out the last time that the Lions have scored points like that. Really? When's the last time they've scored points like that?
I'm not sure, and I don't think the Commanders are consistent enough, and especially Wentz. I don't think he's consistent enough, so we'll go with the Lions.
Yeah, I like the Lions.
All right, Panthers at the Giants. We're split on this one as well. You're going to take the Panthers. I'll go with the Giants. That Panthers offensive line is a big concern for me. That's a big takeaway from that game was that, their offensive line's bad, and Baker's going to be running for his life, and we know without a clean pocket, Baker's numbers drop off significantly. So I think I'm going to take the Giants, and I think they're going to be able to run the football a little bit. The Panthers aren't great against the run, more of a pass rush type of team. So I think the Giants are going to run the football, control the ball. It's going to be at New York. Who knows? Might rain. I'll take the Giants over the Panthers in a close one.
For my mental health and sanity, I will not be able to put that trust into Daniel Jones this week, is really what it comes down to for me. New York, we were talking about a little earlier, their roster isn't bad. It's not utterly horrific.
It's not terrible. My issue is that they don't have a unit that stands out. They're super average to below average everywhere, but they're not terrible.
Just across
anywhere.
the board, yeah.
Right.
No, I like the Panthers this week. As simple as that. I think Baker's going to do something enough to win. Not anything crazy, but he'll do enough to win against Daniel Jones and the Giants.
That's fair. All right, we'll go Seahawks at the 49ers in San Francisco. I'm going to take the Niners. I think the line's a little crazy at -10, but I'm going to take the Niners over the Seahawks. Now, I'm not saying that it was a fluke this past Monday, but, I mean, am I relying on Geno Smith to do that?
No.
Yeah, exactly. And
No.
now, granted, I'm not saying that Trey Lance is a stud. There's more talent there, and there's more talent around him, so we'll go with the Niners.
And I'm assuming they're not going to be playing in a swimming pool this week, which will be nice.
It's a pretty safe assumption, I think. All right, Falcons at the Rams. I think we're both going to go Rams. They bounce back. Good teams, when they're humiliated, especially on national television, usually bounce back pretty strong. Also, being at home, I like that. We'll both take the Rams to beat the Falcons.
We'll probably clear that up pretty quickly.
Dolphins at the Ravens. I think we both like the Ravens here.
Yeah.
Dolphins are good. I don't think they have enough physicality, and they don't run the football well enough yet. I mean, last week, we heard all about this Mike Daniel offense, running the football. They did not run as effectively as they needed to. I know it's, New England, and they're not easy to run on. You got to find a way, especially with Tua. He can't be dropping back 30 to 35 times. Got to be more like 25 times.
Well, especially when you're playing an offense as dynamic as the Ravens. I mean, Lamar can take off on you for like 50, or he'll throw on you for like 30, 35, 40 yards down the field, or they'll just hand it off, and that insane offensive line will just gash holes.
Yep.
And, that's really just what I think the game's going to come down to this week. We got Ravens.
Yep, we'll both take the Ravens. Pats at the Steelers. We both like the Steelers, which is kind of crazy that they're 2-point dogs at home against an anemic offense. But yeah, I think the Steelers. The Patriots, at least the Steelers can move the ball a little bit. I mean, the Patriots, that looked utterly horrific, scoring 7 points. So we'll both take the Steelers there.
Yep.
Okay, one we're split on as well. The Colts and the Jags. I'll go with the Jags, them being at home. They've won, I want to say, like 7 of the last 8 at home against the Colts. The Colts, for some reason, just struggle going down to Jacksonville, especially early season. That humidity and that heat is different, trust me. I will go with the Jags at home against the Colts.
I like the Colts.
It's just a bad pick.
No, I think
It's just a bad pick.
No, because you have to admit that no matter what, sooner or later, Matt Ryan's going to kick in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
In the running game and Jonathan Taylor.
Maybe we overestimated Matt Ryan.
I mean, maybe we did. I like the Colts.
All right.
I'm not I'm not going with the Jags again.
You're not going with the Jags again?
They put a
It's gonna
sour
take you a
taste in
while.
my mouth. It made me wear this thing today. I'm not betting the Jags, at least for a week and a half.
All right. I will go Jets and Browns. We're both going to take the Browns here because the Jets suck. Moving on. I mean, no, seriously, it's Joe Flacco, not a lot of weapons, bad offensive line, bad defense.
I mean, even Joe Flacco's kids told him he was bad. I saw a video. So
That's tough. All right, Bengals and the Cowboys in Dallas. I think the Bengals, again, good team, humiliated a little bit, right? Should have won that game, didn't.
Yeah.
We're definitely the better team. So I'll take them to win pretty handily over a team that's going to start a backup and at numerous positions.
Yeah, I like Bengals.
All right, Cardinals at the Raiders. We both like the Raiders here. The Cardinals look just disoriented right now. I think they'll eventually kind of bring it back down. If they can get to week 6 at like
Settle
a 2-4
again.
rate, well, I guess week 7 at 2-4, once D-Hop comes back, I think they'll get back to normal. But the Cardinals right now aren't there, so we'll go with the Raiders.
Yeah, I like Raiders. I think they're better almost at every group, every position grouping right
Pretty
now.
much, yeah. Texans at the Broncos. We both like the Broncos again. Good team, a lot of talent, humiliated prime time. They'll step it back up, and I don't think the Texans are necessarily a formidable opponent.
No.
So we'll go with the Broncos to beat the Texans at home. All right, Bears at the Packers on Sunday Night Football. Line is interesting, 9.5 for Green Bay, but I'll take Green Bay to win. We'll get to the line a little bit later, but I think the Bears are going to hang around a little bit. But at the end of the day, the Packers have Aaron Rodgers. They have a better structure, better culture, better defense, so I'll go Packers.
Yeah, I like Packers. He'll be able to figure it out a little bit. It'll probably take him just a little bit more time to get, situated with his new pieces and receivers. They're so young, and he's like the second oldest quarterback in the league. So
Right.
2 Monday night games this week.
2 Monday night games, Titans at Bills. We both like the Bills. Not much to be said. I mean, they're a juggernaut. I don't think, no matter who they're really lining up against, I think we're probably pretty much going to pick the Bills.
I mean, we have them at 14-3. So
Yeah, I mean, they're winning that game. And Vikings at Eagles, we're split here. I'll take the Eagles being at home.
No.
I like the at home, and I think they're going to be able to run the football a little bit on Minnesota. Their pass rush in Minnesota is good. I worry about the run stopping ability, so I think the Eagles are kind of going to be able to run the football, define play action reads for Jalen Hurts, and I think it's going to do him well.
Yeah. Well,
Why do you like the Vikings? High-powered Justin Jefferson?
Justin Jefferson, little Kirk Cousins, even, just that whole
Captain
entire
Kirk.
offense. Dalvin Cook, even maybe.
That's
Just
fair.
some of these big names, man. I can't believe you took the Eagles. I like the Eagles too, and I think they're going to be very good. We have them at 12-5, I think, winning the division.
Yep.
And I do think they're a really good team. They've showed a lot, but the Vikings offense this last week against a Green Bay, insane.
Yeah.
And I think the Vikings beat the Eagles this week.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Kirk Cousins shows out. I think Jalen Hurts looks a little bit lackluster against the Vikings secondary and pass rush. So
I'm not
we
going
shall
to say
see.
there's not a chance. I just think the defined reads will be good for Hurts. But all right, enough talk about that. Let's get into